All right, Ken Range Theory Trader, back with you with another video. I was talking about the midweek reversals for this past week of of August 25th through the 29th. So let's just get into it. Now, if you've seen some of the other videos where I talk about how to swing trade, the candle range theory, we're talking about how we can use the candle range theory in order to understand how midweek reversals work and use that information to get laser sniper entries. So this is our pattern. This is a long example of a midweek reversal. This is the weekly candle and then the days that make up the week. So obviously, when you're trading midweek reversals, you only have one trading day, which is Wednesday. If the setup doesn't occur by Wednesday, then there is no trade. All we look for a long example is for price to go below Tuesday's low. Sometimes it'll poke below Monday's low as well. These candles, Monday and Tuesday, won't look exactly like this as you're about to see. But Monday makes the low of the week, closes above, sorry, that's my dryer, closes above or inside Wednesday's or Tuesday's range, and then just continues the momentum to the upside. And opposite is true for a short midweek reversal. Price will go above Tuesday's high, and it should be above Monday's high, and then close beneath it, and then continue downward. So this is it. One trading day. This is pretty much the best swing trade setup you're going to see. So for this past week, these are the long examples. I'm going to show you the daily chart and then the 15-minute chart where we take entries. Excuse me. So this was Euro dollar that gave us a midweek reversal. So we have Monday and Tuesday. Here's Wednesday that went down. This was a good time where it went below the prior week low as well. So I took this trade actually, and it paid out pretty well on a 1 to 5. But even if you would have waited for it to close above Tuesday's low, which is more of what we do, then you could have entered there as well. So either one was fine, and then continue momentum through Friday. So now let's take a look at our entry. The entry was made. This green line here was Tuesday's low of day. This line right here was the prior week low. So either one of these entries would have been fine. But just for the sake of continuity, we're going to pretend that the prior week didn't come into play here, and we just waited for Tuesday's low to get rated and then close above. So the entry would have been made at 1:15 a.m. and it did do a one to give a 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. So that would have been good there. This is pound dollar, where we see price going. This is Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday going below Tuesday's low, closing above it, and closing above it. This is the strongest sign, one of the stronger signs you're going to see. If Wednesday closes above Tuesday's high, it just pretty much turns the candle inside out, because we have to remember that the candle opened here, it was solid red, and then closed green. So it's just, and it makes a hammer. That's one of the stronger signs you can see that price is going to continue through Thursday. Typically, Thursday is going to be your payday when you take a midweek reversal. So let's take a look at the 15-minute. The best entry was at 8:15 a.m. It made 1 to 5 in one day, and it did go all the way for 1 to 9 for risk to reward ratio. Pardon me. I got a slight cough, so just pardon my voice. So that was good there. This was Australian dollar. So you have Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday going below, closing above it. Again, very strong sign. When Wednesday closed above Tuesday's high, that's like, I hesitate to use the term guaranteed money, but it's as close to a guarantee as you're going to get. And as you can see, Thursday just exploded to the upside. So when we take a look at the 15-minute, this did give us a 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio all the way up through Friday. Um, New Zealand dollar. This one, it was a midweek reversal, but it just didn't give a lot to the upside. So as you see, what you got Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday reversing. See, I noticed how it did not close above Tuesday's high, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just it wasn't as strong as the other two I just showed you. But Thursday did give it an expansive move to the upside and did give 1 to 4. So that did work out. This was the weaker of the long examples. Yeah, so you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday create the low of the week. But notice how it did close down here and then retraced a little bit and then came up. So, pardon me. While this was technically still a midweek reversal, it didn't move a lot to the upside. This one only gave 1 to 2. Typically, you can expect to get about 1 to 5 or more on midweek reversals, but sometimes on the pairs that have lower ADRs, or just pay attention to the closes as well. Sometimes if it has a weak close versus here versus something like this or this is one of the stronger closes you'll see. This is one of the weaker closes you'll see. Both are valid, but as you can see, this one just didn't give it a lot to the upside. So let's look at the short example. Same thing in reverse. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday making the high of the week, and then continuing down for the next 3 days. This was on dollar Swiss. So on Wednesday, our best entry was between 445 and 815. We got plenty of time to get in right here. This was the high of the week, and then price just continued downward. You had a lot of consolidation here for Thursday and Friday, but then Friday eventually did go ahead and spike down some more. But that was that. See, this was dollar yen. So you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday going above both highs, closing inside of Tuesday's range. We love to see it. And then the best payday would have been Thursday, as Friday you see retraced. So this gave up to 1 to 5 to 1 to 7. The entry would have been at 11 a.m. on Wednesday, where price went above. You may have gotten stopped out back here, but when you see this, just be patient and always look to re-enter. Just have good risk management, and you should get your 1 to 5 if the play setup plays out. So that was that one. This was our Wednesday trading day here. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday creating the high of the week, taking out all these stops or liquidity, whatever you want to call it, above these higher highs, closing inside of Tuesday's range, and then it did retrace some on Thursday, but then Thursday and Friday just completely tanked. I want to say this was the biggest trade of the week. Yeah, it was. You could have got 1 to 5, 1 to 8, or 1 to 15 by Friday's open before it did eventually retrace. There's no way to predict how far price is going to go. I don't even play those games, so you're not going to get a 1 to 15 every single week. It just doesn't happen. Okay, but 1 to 5, you should be able to nail that if you get a good midweek reversal. So, but some of the larger ADR pairs, they can really run, so you never know. So there you go. But by Friday though, you should be out. Let's see, is that it? Yeah, so that's all of them. All right, so that was it. So midweek reversals again, I like them because it's just one simple pattern. You're only trading 1 day a week, which is Wednesday. I'll go back to the master pattern. There we go. Okay, and then that's all you're looking for. So just take a screenshot of that, do whatever you got to do. And I just have one account that I do strictly for midweek reversals. Until then, it just sits dormant. And I just get 1 to 5s on that one. This week I took EU, so that was a blessing to be able to win that trade. And yeah, as long as you can get one midweek reversal a week, I mean, you're doing fine. So those are the midweek reversals for this week. Some excellent price action. So we'll see if we can keep it going. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your time and attention. Have a great rest of your day.